Radio Show, the most positive business talk show in America. Best-selling authors of Lists That Saved My Business and founders of the Extreme Customer Service Directory, Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer, are inspiring you to get your business right. They know the customer experience isn't just another thing, it's the only thing. Let's join Angel and Eric for today's program.
Hello and welcome to the Experience Pros Radio Show with Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. Very nice to have you along with us today. We're here to remind you that small business is big business and your business is our business. We're also here to help you truly empower you to build your brand on the radio.
Oh, absolutely. You want more exposure, and you've got media exposure on the brain on your to-do list for 2018. That's what we are here for. Let us help you do that every single day. Eric, we're in the home stretch. We're in the home stretch of these holidays, the end of the year.
Home stretch.
Yep. The end of the year is
Are you
near.
ready?
The end of the year is near.
The end of the year is near.
Look at me being all poetic.
Better than the end of the world. And it is not the end of the world, folks, but the end of the year is near. Are you ready to finish strong?
I am strong now. Play my Rockies theme. Would that help? Getting strong now?
It very well could. Absolutely.
Or really more kind of getting tired now. It's like at this point, can we just unplug and roll up the covers and say we're done?
Oh, no, you didn't.
Kind of. Really? Kind of.
No.
Maybe just a little bit.
Angel Tussey.
We've delivered. We've done all that we could possibly do. There can't possibly be any more. Let's just go back to bed until New Year's Day.
Wow. No. We play all 60 minutes. How would you feel if your favorite sports team gave up in the final minutes of the last quarter? No.
Yeah, we'd be pretty disappointed. No. Pretty angry.
Absolutely. And listen, and for many people, the holiday season represents busy time, and small businesses are no different. However, the entrepreneur in particular tends to believe that this becomes a slow time because everybody's busy and they're too busy to do business with you.
They do. We start pulling out. It's like we pull out all the excuses.
Yeah, it's stinking thinking. It's an excuse to become lazy is what it is. And so we say there are several things that you can do to continue the momentum and really want to keep you in the business culture. And I had to learn this the hard way. And actually, my teacher is in the room.
I am?
You are. I remember when I was a professional magician and I would literally November 1st to March 1st was the dead zone for me.
It was
just dead. I mean, I worked all through the summer. I worked 6 times the amount of work that other people put in during the summer months. But come fall and winter, nope.
What's this?
No. So what I said to Angel is we just have to work hard during the summer months. And we had to get through. Well, I think the words were, "That doesn't work for Mama."
I think I might have
pretty
said
sure
something.
That was exactly what you said.
That might have been a phrase I would use.
All right. So there's a lot of things that you can do. Track your inventory and track your sales. And if you've got inventory and sales from last year, this of course goes to those who have a product to sell, not necessarily a service. But you can track the sales even if you had a service.
Sure.
And see what year to year your expectations should be. And then stretch it.
Stretch it?
Right. Absolutely.
Stretch it?
All right. So last year, sure. If you don't, you're going to die. How else do I say this? You've got, your last year's sales. You know what they are. Are you content to stay right where you were for last year's sales? If you are, did you hear that the increase in the cost of living has gone up significantly, like 12% over the last several years? Okay. Now you think about that. Has your wage gone up 12% over the last several years?
Up or down, did you say?
Up. The goal is up. So, here's another thing. When you're in the middle of the holidays and you have a service business, take the holidays not only you're going to sell, you're going to do that, but you also got to do your SWOT analysis.
You do. SWOT those flies. SWOT.
Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Don't you threaten me.
No way.
Right? But there are threats against your business. There are things that are working against you. And you have to have you've got to know the whole picture. And it's not to point fingers, and it's not to feel bad. It's just to get an assessment of really where you are, what you have to work with, and what are your strengths. And I really like the idea of, at this time of year, as we shore up our debts and we close up our books, that we also kind of look at those necessary endings. What are things that we need to stop putting our time and energy and resources into?
Absolutely. It is a great time. And Angela and I, we use this time every year for really putting our heads together and saying, all right, what worked, what didn't, and how can we do it better, and what needs to stop. So good stuff. Stay on top of your sales and expenses. Please do not take the month off and think, well, it'll all just work out, and I'll give it in a shoebox to my CPA. There
is a reason why March and April are so great for entrepreneurs, and it's because they finally started working again in January, and it takes that long for that momentum to build up, 3 or 4 months.
90 days.
And so if you want to start the year strong, unless you want to discount January and February in all of your revenue generating goals, and you think, okay, for the year, this is where we're going to be, you've got to start in December. Your marketing, your promotion, your connection, all of your campaigns have to be ready to go. You've got to stay in contact. You've got to continue to build those relationships and stay in touch with people. And I know it's a really nice time of year to send holiday cards, but that's not enough to say these people are going to be in your pipeline come January 1 just because you sent them a holiday card in December.
No.
You need more than that.
No, not by any stretch of the imagination. Here's another thing that I think is an important thing, is to give your business website a once-over.
A once-over?
Oh, maybe a 10 times over.
A 10 over, right? You know what? I just came back from a conference, and there was a gentleman teaching how to do online marketing, how to take advantage of online marketing. And he kind of beat up our websites, everybody in the room. And the whole idea was, do you have a website? Everybody raised their hand.
Right.
How many of you're making a living off of your website?
Every hand went down.
Most of the hands went down. And here's the ugly underbelly of the truth is, we as business owners, as entrepreneurs, small business owners, we put so much weight in that website, and we won't move forward. We won't speak. We won't present until our website is up and running.
Right.
Thinking that all of this revenue is going to be coming from our website. But the honest truth is, if your website shut down for the next 60 days, would anybody really even notice? Would you feel that in your bottom line? And it's because our websites aren't really set up to really create revenue, to take people through our sales process. What they are mostly glorified business cards. And let me tell you about me. Here's a picture of me. Here's this logo. And to go on even further, he's like, how many of you have ever seen a logo and said, oh my gosh, I've got to do business with these people? And yet we put so much emphasis and effort thinking we need that. You've just got to go out and generate customers, people. You don't need the website. You don't need the logo. You don't need the shiny. Gary Barnes told me about Larry Winget. He has a phrase, my ugly is a whole lot better than I ain't got none. Right. And so, but so often, even if it's ugly, we just have to get out and we have to sell and we have to grow our business.
Right.
We get so hung up, and if you think it's your website, it's an excuse that you're keeping yourself from doing what you need to do. Sorry, that's my bandwagon.
No, I think it's a good bandwagon to be on. And it's an important thing, because as we say here at Experience Pros, a good plan today is better than your perfect plan tomorrow.
You bet.
Get it done.
Get it done. But don't put it off. Don't delay everything else just because it's not done. If it's not done, still get out there. Go and get done what you have to do.
Right.
And think about that website and the branding of it. And we all know a confused buyer says no. So if there's way too much going on and way too hard to find what I'm looking for, it's way too easy for me to click that X button and get out of there. And so let's attract them. Let's make sure that we're taking people through our sales process at every step of the page, that they're finding value. And they're not necessarily finding value in all this other information that you're throwing at them. What do they want? And just give them that.
What do they want? Just give them that. That's my next meme. I'll put that out over the commercial break. What do they want? Just give them
Just
that.
give them that.
Angel Tussey. Well, it is, and I love the holidays, and I enjoy having some flexibility to take time off, to be with your family, to hang out with things. But it doesn't mean roll up your sidewalks. Instead of rolling up your sidewalks, roll up your sleeves, get to work, stay to work, keep going. That's the bottom line for this presentation, because honestly, it's the last days of the year can be some of your most productive if you allow it to be.
What do you choose?
Yeah.
What do you choose? Do you choose it to be your most productive? Or do you choose it to be your roll up the sidewalks and sleep with the snow? Either way, you get to choose, but you get the results
Absolutely.
that your choice comes with.
We'll be back with more positive business talk right after these messages. You're listening to Angel Tussey and Eric Raymer. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
You're listening to the Experience Pros Radio Show, America's home for positive business talk.